The record for a passing quarterback in the Battle of the Network Stars, the man who is my colleague and co-host today, none other than Billy Crystal. So we watch for the final play for ABC as we look at Bob Hayes again. And this time another errant throw. So a forlorn Mr. Hayes has scored only 5 points. I mentioned Billy Crystal and how they miss him. Now I want to tell you more about Billy Crystal. I would like to go back in time and let you meet Billy Crystal for the great and versatile talent that he is. It was some weeks back in the Los Angeles Forum. They had gathered to say farewell to Ali. Billy Crystal said farewell in his own way.
Here he is now, only 18 years of age. Cassius, do you plan to turn professional?
Yes, I do, Mr. Cosell. See, nobody's ever seen nothing like me. So fast, so pretty. I'm so fast I can play ping pong by myself.
Sonny Liston is not coming out. Incredibly young Cassius Clay, just as he predicted to this reporter 4 short years ago, has knocked out the man he called the Big Ugly Bear and become the new heavyweight champion of the world.
I am the greatest. I am the greatest. I am Muhammad Ali. I will never be known as Cassius Clay again. Cassius Clay is a slave's name. I'm now a disciple of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. I'm now a black Muslim minister. I am now Muhammad Ali.
Today, June 20th, 1967, Ali today was convicted of draft evasion, fined $10,000, sentenced to 5 years in prison. There will be an appeal.
For 3.5 years, I couldn't fight. My best years, my prime years, my great years. 3.5 years, man. My great years, my good years, 26, 27, 20.5, 9 years old, you know? But then, out of nowhere, the state of Georgia, 1970, gave me a license to come back and fight Jerry Quarry. Ugly Jerry Quarry. And now Joe Frazier's the champion. I want Joe Frazier.
The winner and still heavyweight champion, Joe Frazier.
Today, vindication. Ali's conviction for draft evasion today was overturned by the United States Supreme Court by an 8-0 vote. October 1, 1975, Manila, the Philippines, Pearl of the South Pacific. Ali Frazier, the third time around. Frazier unable to answer the bell for the 15th round. The Thriller in Manila.
You surprised me, Las Vegas. I guess at the age of 36, you know, I couldn't train like I want to train, you know, couldn't do the things in the ring I want to do. Gave that ugly sucker the first 7 rounds and tried to come back after him, you know. Just gave away too much, you know. Every time I reached back for that something to knock him out, just wasn't there, you know. Hell, he was so ugly, I think ain't no way he could beat me. Oh, Leon. Yeah, they took away his driver's license. He walked into a telephone pole. Everybody's saying to me now, they're saying, hey, champ, you must feel bad you ain't champ more. You lost to some kid who looked like a train ran through his face. I say, hey, man, I ain't got nothing to be sorry about. You see, everybody in life suffers a loss, you see. It's the one who can overcome the loss and make a success of himself that's really doing something. As I look back over my career, I was heavyweight champion 14 years ago, man. Ain't that something? 14 years ago. I had a great life. Allah's been good to me. 59 professional fights, made a lot of money, got beautiful kids, great family, got everything to look forward to. But something's eating at me. I don't want to go out losing to no Leon Spinks with 8 professional fights. I don't want to be remembered as being out of shape in that ring in Las Vegas. I want him one more time. And I'm going to do it. I'm 36 years of age, my body's tired, I don't like training very much. But starting tomorrow, I'm getting in shape for that rematch with Leon. Getting up early, I'm going to run with the moon. I'm going to start hitting that table and do my push-ups, do my sit-ups, going to take the punches, do whatever I have to do. And I'm going to run. And I want to be the first man ever to win the title for the 3rd time. Nobody's ever done anything like that. But then again, nobody's ever done anything quite like me. And I'm predicting that I'm going to do it. Because I want to be the heavyweight champ for the 3rd time. Because I can do it. And you can do it too. No matter what you was in life, no matter what color, no matter what religion, it's never too late to start all over again. Never forget that. And you'll never forget me. I am the greatest of all time!
Billy Crystal, a super talent, a super moment.
I'd like to talk to you about the Sony Betamax and an incredible feature called Beta Scan. I'm Tom Williams Sr., and if you know tennis, you know my son. Here's a cassette of his last championship match. Beta Scan lets me go fast forward and reverse, so I can skip the boring stuff like this long rally, and stop when I come to the real exciting parts, like Tom Jr. here dashing onto the court to pick up the ball. Isn't Betamax terrific? It lets you see what you've been missing and miss what you don't want to see. It's from Sony, the one and only.
It's so wonderful to make a child's dream come true. It's a moment of love, a joyous sensation. Ooh, come on and have a Pepsi day. Come on and taste the Pepsi way. Come on and have a Pepsi day.
Saturday's a special night on the Love Boat when the captain's past catches up with him.
Are you going to tell me about sex?
And she wants her daddy. Then on Fantasy Island, an old flame returns to stay.
I love you.
And the boss finally gets his fantasy to come true.
Tomorrow.
Hal Williams, quarterback, CBS. His team tied with ABC at 5 points apiece. If they can score another 5 points, or anything for that matter, they will go against NBC in the tug-of-war to become the ultimate winner, if they can, of the Battle of the Network Stars. Williams with the ball. And he hits Judy Norton-Taylor beautifully. Diana Canova playing too safely, too far off the wide receiver. Look at it again, Billy Crystal.
Yeah, Judy looks like she's going long, and the pass is soft. Diana just can't get back in time to knock the ball down. Nice catch.
So that does it. CBS will go against NBC in the tug-of-war to determine the winner of the Battle of the Network Stars. And for the up-to-the-minute official scoring, our friend, the computer, Tweaky.
Well, Tweaky, ABC is out of it. Sorry, Mr. Van Patten. But Mr. Asner and Mr. Conrad will lead their teams in the final test. Good luck, gentlemen.
Coming up, the final, the determining event, the tug-of-war. And Bob Conrad's team has never lost a tug-of-war in this competition. From the beginning, he's been an integral part of it. We thought it time to talk with Bob. Bob, in your own way, you're incredible. I don't know of a man who's been given more primetime shows. You keep coming back. You never really left. You've got a durability unparalleled in the industry. How in the world do you account for it?
Well, good luck, prayer, and Fred Silverman. And some talent, I hope. But I got news for you. I won't be coming back to the Battle of Network Stars, and I'd like to say at this time, it's probably been in the last 4 years something that I know I will never forget. Your comradeship. Every time I say nice things about you, they always edit it out, but getting to know you as a person has been wonderful for me. Getting to know all of the athletes who are also actors over the last 7 events has been something that, quite candidly, I've been blessed with. I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed knocking Joanna Pettit down and watching her get back up. I've enjoyed us being displayed as what we are, human beings. But I realize now that I'm not up to what I think is in the best interest of competition. So I take my leave. But I'll be watching, Howard, I promise you, and I'll be yelling back at you, Howard. I'll be calling you all kinds of names.
Won't be the same without you.
The tug of war between
Let's
ABC
meet
and,
Bob Conrad through
CBS.
all of the battles of the
I'm the
network
captain of
stars.
this team. We ran a damn good race.
You're right, you did, but you would have finished second had Ben...
Like hell. Like hell. The captain get his team out there and run it with us. We'll determine who the best team is. You're going for a little negotiation technicality. That's your captain. He lodged a protest. You and I want to run 100 to see who the fastest is?
Yes.
Let's go.
All right.
Conrad against Kaplan to determine the ultimate winner of the running relay. They're off. Good start by Conrad. He got the lead, but Kaplan with the longest stride comes abreast at the turn, moves out ahead. Kaplan opening space. Kaplan wins the runoff for the running relay.
Best captain won. That's the way I like it.
What a superb catch.
Thank you very
Great,
much.
just great. Looked like Biletnikoff at his best, Robert.
Yeah, but you know what you got to do, don't you? Got to play defense. I mean, how many times you catch it, they can catch it too. Now we got to stop them, right? You understand?
Whatever you say.
I'm the linebacker. We're going.
Congratulations. NBC has won the tug of war. That's the quickest one we've ever had in the tug of
That's
war.
my last one, and I just think things have been great. I'm 42, and I want these young guys to take this over. And Howard, you're one of the nicest men.
Iron Man.
I love you.
We're kicking off. But I want to make sure, and I want it very abundantly clear to all you guys. No hit, no play. Got it? I want to see a little contact out there. That's the name of the game. It's football. There's no fear. These kids aren't afraid of me. Matter of fact, I don't fool them at all. They know I'm not a tough guy. And if you don't like it, I dare you.
Now, Ferrigno getting ready for the last throw. A hit, but not cleanly, so it's just one. What is he trying to do? Conrad trying to get out of the tank. No, Ferrigno got him. He finally got him. Not fairly, of course, but Lou is happy with what he accomplished. And Conrad, well, he'll have to take it with good grace despite the gritted teeth. There's nothing he's going to do to Ferrigno.
Simon says, we'll see how tough you are, Conrad. Simon says, step closer. Simon says, look me. Go for the shoulder, Lou. Knock it off. Simon says, knock it off. Simon says, are you mad? Yeah. Simon says, you mad? Simon says, are you mad? Yeah. Say it louder. You're terrific. Shake. You're out. You're the winner.
You've been quoted as saying that you attribute at least some of your success to the fact that you've been not only dedicated, but dead honest. Sometimes abrasive, but that in the interest of honesty. Is that a reasonably accurate quote?
I would hope so, Howard. I would hope I could be polygraphed. I am abrasive to some people, overly abrasive and obnoxious. But I've been honest, and I don't know if that's an attribute or not, but it's what I deal with every day. I can look you in the eye or anybody else and say, I never kidded you. I told you the truth. And if I had to be judged at some time in my life, I would like to say at least Conrad was an honest man.
And we have always found him exactly that. That's where you'll be seeing the ultimate, the determining event, the tug of war, coming up.
Here's to good friends, Tonight is kind of special.
Hey, where you been? Well, it wasn't easy getting tickets for this game.
Hey, Bob.
Eddie, I know exactly what I want. I want the biggest steak you got and a bottle of Lowenbrow.
Steak and Lowenbrow. Dolan, you're a genius.
When you want the taste of a truly great American beer, tonight, let it be Lowenbrow.
Here's to the chef. Here's to the bartender.
Wait till you see what they did to my car.
With the Cordoba, we went back to the drawing boards. We wanted to get the gas mileage up, but not at the expense of the styling.
Introducing the totally redesigned Chrysler Cordoba. All the luxury you expect is here. But so is gas mileage. You can have high style and good mileage. The new Cordoba proves it. I like what they've done to my car.
So it has come down to this, the final event, the tug-of-war. The winning team, every person $20,000. The losing team, every person $15,000, $5,000 differential. 5 people to a team, 3 men, 2 women, weight limitation 800 pounds. And CBS had to strip to make the weight. Here's Billy Crystal.
My friend? Sir. 3 men, 2 women, 800 pounds. You've never lost a tug-of-war.
Never in my life, and I hope it doesn't end here. No, I don't think we're going to lose. We're ready for it. We're psyched up for it. We lost our big man, Gil, because of weight. And CBS had to strip down, take off their rosaries and everything else, but...
You think the women will play a big factor in the poll this time?
Well, Billy, you and I both know that women are the deciding factor in these events, and yeah, I think so. I think it's equal. I think we're all going to play a decisive factor. This is my last event. I don't want to go in the pool.
Any special strategy?
Yeah, guts.
Well, I think that's about...
Go for it. You know, if you win, lose, or draw, it's going to be the best effort I can make.
It always is.
Thank you.
Ed, Bob Conrad has never lost a tug-of-war. Will this be the first time?
Really?
Yeah, really.
That's amazing. I wonder if aging will change that.
He was asked what his special strategy was for this event.
Yeah, what did he say?
Guts. What's yours?
More gut.
We still have a bit of work.
Bobby Conrad. He never lets up, does he, Billy?
No, he doesn't. He wants this one more than he's ever wanted any of them. He's just a tremendous competitor.
You've been in 3 polls. Anything more debilitating in your life that you can remember?
Just a tough Regents exam in geometry I did in '62. But you got Greg Harrison leading off, Valerie Bertinelli, then Ed Asner.
Harrison at 170, Bertinelli at 117, Asner, the ex-football player, at 215 pounds. Remember, they had a strip to make the weight. Judy Norton-Taylor at 116. Forget about Howard Hessman. He won't be pulling. I think that's all to the good for CBS.
Well, he'll be cheering, and that'll help, too. And you'll have Al Williams, who's going to be the anchor man.
At 189 pounds. The anchor man, usually regarded by the uninitiated as the key, but is he as important, really, as the lead man, Billy?
Well, I don't know. I think it's the lead man is real important, but I think if you got a big man at the end, it's tougher to pull a big man a longer distance.
And then you go to the NBC team, and they line up with Evigan at 182, and Sarah Purcell at 125.
Give him some rope.
Pat Wayne at 191, and then comes lovely Aaron Gray at 120, and then the anchor man, the gutty one, Bobby Conrad at 178. At this moment, they're all trying to get their leverage. And in the background, there will be the cheerleaders, not the pretty ones, but the members of the team trying to lend cadence. We're about ready. All right, there's the scene set. Commissioner George Brett in the middle. Remember, the object to pull the other team's flag to the point of the white ribbon, to at least touch it, and that would produce the victory. There goes Commissioner Brett. The whistle, and they're off. The big bulk edge seems to be with NBC, but in the beginning, Greg Harrison as the lead man has gotten a little edge for CBS. Howard Hessman exhorting on the CBS team. Randy Oates, Gil Gerard exhorting on the NBC team, and NBC is in trouble. The key is the lead man, Greg Harrison. Look at those teeth clenched together. Valerie Bertinelli. Look at Ed Asner, the body prostrate. However he advanced he may be in years, that's the body of a former football player. CBS is getting close to the victory. They have gotten that flag into dangerous territory from the NBC point of view. Al Williams is the anchor man. Look at the clenched teeth of Judy Norton-Taylor. And then look at the NBC team. Evigan drifting down the sand. Evigan trying to hold together. Pat Lane up. And suddenly the tide turns and NBC has gotten new leverage. Pat Lane got to his feet. Normally a dangerous tack, but he got them new leverage. And look at Gil Gerard. Now CBS appears to be done in. A spectacular change in the flow of events. Shifting tides of fortune. And it's CBS that's now in peril. Back there are Aaron Gray and Sarah Purcell and the ever-present captain, the veteran Bob Conrad. But look at this. Evigan gets to his feet. Now, they did it. Evigan got to his feet and did it. And he lies there in a state of absolute exhaustion. What a scene. The jubilation among the NBC group. The utter exhaustion written in the face of Ed Asner and Valerie Bertinelli. I'll tell you, Billy, it couldn't be much tougher. Let's talk to the winning captain, Bobby Conrad.
Let me never do that again.
Hey, Bob. Bob.
Get this guy's alive in front. You kept him alive.
Explain what you just said to Gil Gerard. Thank you for the cadence.
Principally, we put Gil against the world's greatest athlete. What's his name? The other boy on the other side?
Harrison.
Evigan. And he just powered through, and we put Pat behind that. And then we had a cadence. And we got the cadence was set by Gil, but we also got it from Melissa. We also got it from Randy. The thing is, you must have a cadence. You must have energy in a team. And it was pull, and they had more weight. Even when they took all their little stuff off, the mazzuzas and everything else.
Well, in the meantime, let me tell you this. The girls were critical. Tremendous effort from Sarah and Aaron.
I know. You know why? Because Aaron and I were back there on several occasions. We got married to each other. I said, excuse me, but pull! No, that's great. I love it. It's a great way to... I want to thank this great team and all the other teams and certainly the American public. And whatever you buy, we're giving you. If you think it's easy, do it at the next picnic.
All right, anything to say, Billy, to the great veteran as he leaves?
As a friend and a competitor.
I love you. You know I'm not that macho. Only you know for sure.
I have to ask you a Cosell question.
Yes.
Are you going to retire? Or are you going to pull an Ali and come back?
Only if I grow.
I think we're both in a lot of trouble.
I think so.
All right, let's talk to the losing captain. Let's go over to Ed Asner, who gave it all he had. You see them embracing one another.
Believe me.
Ed, in the early going, in the shifting tides of fortune, it looked like you had them. You had them in trouble. Suddenly the tide turned. Tough, wasn't it?
I never saw a thing. Don't ask me.
You remember anything?
No. I just couldn't get my feet to working. So that if we ever had slack, I couldn't let my feet take over, so I could use my hands to funnel back the slack. I don't even know if there was slack, but that would have helped the anchor man, and it would have helped Greg.
Well, I'll tell you, it was a tremendous effort by your team all the way. I hope you enjoyed it.
I love my team. I'll go with them anyway. I'll go to hell for them.
And they all but did, CBS in losing the NBC. It's been the 7th time around, and a lot of great people having a lot of fun for your entertainment. Nothing more nor less than that. Not pretending to be the Olympics, not pretending to be the Super Bowl or anything like that. For me, I love it every time I do it, and especially this one, because I had with me one of the finest young talents in this land, Billy Crystal. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Howard. I loved it.
watch our 24 stars take a final curtain call, the executive producer of ABC Sports is Roone Arledge. Battle of the Network Stars, produced by Doug Wilson, directed by Jim Jeanette. Associate producer, Chris Carmody. Associate directors, Vince D'Addario and Vic Gonzalez. Technical directors, Chet Mazurik and Jim Vreeling. Be sure to join us tomorrow for an exciting doubleheader of NCAA college football action. First, Syracuse at Pittsburgh, and number 3 Ohio State at Illinois headline top regional action. Then at 4 Eastern, Arizona State battles Stanford, plus more. Check local listings tomorrow on ABC. The 7th Battle of the Network Stars has been brought to you by Lowenbrau. When you want the taste of a truly great American beer, there's really only one. Tonight, let it be Lowenbrau. And by Pepsi-Cola and your local Pepsi-Cola bottler. Have a Pepsi Day. Travel arrangements made through and a promotional fee paid by United Airlines. More people fly United to Hawaii than any other airline. This has been a presentation of the leader, ABC Sports, bringing you exclusive coverage when the world comes to America this February for the 1980 Winter Olympics.
An ABC News Brief, brought to you by Michelob Light Beer. Now, Barry Seraphin.
Good evening. The Nuclear Regulatory Commission staff has reversed an earlier report and says a 2-day study reveals no significant problems in emergency cooling systems in nuclear power plants across the country. The Senate approved more than $60 million for Cambodian relief today, while women members of the House planned a trip to Phnom Penh to back their plea for women of the world to pressure Cambodia to accept humanitarian aid. The State Department has cut off military and economic aid except food to Bolivia in opposition to yesterday's military coup there. Now this.
The rich, full-bodied taste of Michelob Light. Compare it to any beer you like.
Yeah. The unemployment rate went up slightly last month from 5.8 to 6%, with women and blacks accounting for most of the increase. More news later on this ABC station.
Sunday.
Hello, Doctor.
Hello there, Siggy.
Mort plays surgeon to save Mindy from the knife. Then, at a special time, 8:30, 7:30 Central and Mountain.
It was a shark.
All time.
You're going to need a bigger boat.
Jaws is coming. Sunday.
From the icy North Atlantic, crispy fish.
Tastes so fresh.
From the bountiful Gulf Coast, tangy shrimp. From the vast inland bays, juicy clams. And where can you get all this goodness? Long John Silver's, the seafood taste America loves.
In the City of Champions, this is Channel 4, Pittsburgh.
The new and spectacular Guinness Book of World Records, with your hosts, Gavin McLeod, Richard Hatch, and Lonnie O'Grady. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Gavin McLeod.
Thank you. And welcome to Guinness World. During the next hour, all of us will be living in a constant state of shock, amazement, and delight. You've already had a small taste of just a few of the startling events that are about to unfold before your eyes. Events so grand in scale that we must present them here in this huge stadium. But that scope is in keeping with the international significance of the Guinness Book of World Records, whose American editor and publisher, David Bohm, is here to verify any records that are set. We have much to experience in the next hour, so let's get started. I'd like you to meet my co-hosts who are already busy covering events all over this vast stadium. Ladies and gentlemen, a pretty and bouncy young lady who must hold the world's record for high energy, Miss Lonnie O'Grady.
Rick Wells has been trying all day to break the Guinness record for kissing girls in an 8-hour period. The present record is now 3,567. I have a feeling it's about to be broken.
Gee, it's too bad he doesn't have time to stop and get to know these girls a little better.
And my other co-host, a handsome, athletic young man who should feel right at home in Guinness World, Mr. Richard Hatch.
Hi. I want to show you something. These are the world's strongest teeth. They belong to John Massif. In a few minutes, they will attempt to prevent a helicopter from taking off.
Throughout his evolution, man has always dreamed of being able to fly. Hieroglyphics have been discovered showing man's fantasy of flight. Leonardo da Vinci designed the flying machine with a wing made out of a whalebone and feathers back in the 15th century. Flying, it's a dream that's timeless. This is Bob Carell, whose dream is to fly over these two 55-foot-long, 12-foot-high semi-truck trailers, to be airborne for at least 250 feet. His flying machine, the specially designed kite cycle. The Guinness Book has no record of this event yet because the kite cycle is so new. So, if Bob is successful, he will be creating a new record. Bob, you're a gutsy guy. How have you prepared yourself for this event?
A lot of mental preparation, a lot of physical preparation, of building the equipment, working the motorcycle. And this jump, as with all jumps, I go through it in my head hundreds, possibly thousands of times. Think about where I'm going to start, what it's going to feel like, how the bike's going to accelerate, how I'm going to line up in the ramp, what gear will I be in, what part of the power band will I be in the gear. How the launch itself has to be very aggressive. You'll notice if you watch quick, you'll see as I approach the ramp, I'm all the way forward. When I hit the ramp, I shove my body back violently and yank on the handlebars to get it to climb. And I think, mentally, jump. I might even verbalize it in my helmet. And once she's up, then I lean forward and trim it out. And once I'm over the trucks, then it's just a matter of coming down.
Well, that brings up this question. Now, the wind must be a critical factor in the jump. Now, how are the wind conditions here this afternoon?
They're not too bad. The wind has been gusting. It's been threatening rain, but apparently it's going to hold off, hopefully, until I'm through with my part of the show. But the wind is basically a headwind is advantageous to me. A tailwind is no good, and a crosswind is a disaster. And I've been seriously hurt because of high winds and so forth.
Well, I think that we should caution everyone watching and listening how dangerous this event is, and for them not to attempt it under any circumstances.
Oh, absolutely. I'm working very, very hard at this. So if anybody went out there and thought, well, I got a motorcycle, I'll get me a hang glider and put the two together, no way. It will not work. This machine was worked on for months.
So for all you folks out there, forget it. Well, it's almost time for your jump. You sure you still want to try it?
Oh, absolutely. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to do a jump.
Okay, I'll see you in a few minutes. Now, good luck. Happy landing. I won't be making the flight with you, but I think I'll fasten my seatbelt anyway. Good luck, Bob. In a moment, we'll find out if Bob Carell's amazing kite cycle can safely accomplish this dangerous flight.
Hello, I'm Orville Redenbacher. Can the ambassador tell which popcorn is my famous gourmet popping corn?
Cannot be better than ours.
Let's see.
Is yours?
Right. Mine pops so much bigger and fluffier, it blows the top off the popper. And look.
Amazing. Yours must have kernel pop.
Taste my gourmet popping corn. You like it better or my name isn't...
Orville Redenbacher.
Orville Redenbacher.
Yet Redenbacher.
Oh, what a feeling!
A Toyota feeling. Dependability.
My mom, Dad, California, here we come.
Take care of her, Toyota. The new front-wheel drive Corolla Tercel. It's Toyota's lowest-priced, highest gas mileage car, and it's built with the dependability that made Corolla the world's best-selling car. The new Corolla Tercel.
They made it. Oh, what a feeling to drive Toyota.
Bob Carell is now ready to attempt a world record for the kite cycle jump over these two semi-truck trailers the entire length of a football field. with only his 2 tires to cushion his landing. Lonnie O'Grady is waiting at the finish line. But right now, let's go to Richard Hatch, who's at the starting round.
Bob Corral is ready to make his history-making jump. He'll be taking off this especially constructed ramp 6 feet off the ground. Are you ready, Bob Corral?
He's making his approach on a fantastic kite cycle. Cleared out the entire parking area so he can have plenty of room to build up speed. He's coming at me like a bullet. There he goes, Kevin! Unbelievable! He's actually flying over the 2 semis. Let's get a Lonnie!
Incredible, he's okay. They're verifying the distance now. Bob's heading back this way. We're waiting, Don. Yay! Woo! What do we get? What's the distance? 269 feet, folks. It's a record and a new event in the Guinness Book. Congratulations, Mark.
Let's take another look at this spectacular flight. He's lining up for the ramp. Now he's re-accelerating. He adds upward thrust by jerking back on his handlebar. He's clearing the truck, all right. A sudden gust of wind moves him off course, but he manages to compensate and to keep control. Look at that jump! Bob Corral, record setter!
These 2 fearless men are here today to set a Guinness World Record of steep wire walking. This is Steve McPeak from Las Vegas, Nevada, and Farrell Hedig from Sarasota, Florida. Now, you each have your own cable that you will walk up to that 57-foot high tower. The angle of the walk is 39 degrees at its peak, which has been determined geometrically by a representative of the California State University, Northridge, under the supervision of Mr. David Bohm, American publisher of the Guinness Book of World Records. Steve McPeak, what's your strategy?
Well, I feel that starting out the race slow and making sure that you place every step correctly and getting to the top should be the winner.
Yeah, I think I go along with that.
Yeah.
Farrell, how do you intend to win?
Well, I'm just going to take my time and make sure every step is placed properly so I don't slip, because that's the problem, is the traction. You have to get the traction to get to the top.
Okay, now listen, do you think the wind will have any effect on you fellows today?
Definitely, especially with the wind coming into your face and climbing up a steep cable. It has a tendency to push you backwards and you start to feel weightless. So, providing we don't have any more big gusts, we should be all right.
You go along with that, Farrell?
Sounds good to me.
Okay, now good luck to each of you. And remember, the first man to reach that 57-foot high tower will be the first to claim the new world record for steep wire walk. We'll give you a chance to get ready now, and while the rest of us catch our breath and cross our fingers, but don't you guys cross your toes. Shake hands and may the best man win. Later, you will see thousands of these bees with the capacity to sting form a beard on Don Cook's face.
Meet John Hercules Macice.
Hello, John. How are you?
Good, very good. Is it true that you are going to attempt to stop the flight of that helicopter with your teeth?
Yes, I'm the first in the world to try to stop this helicopter.
Well, you must carefully check your equipment. So, if you're ready, let's begin.
We're ready to start the steep wire race. Steve McPeak and Farrell Hedig are in position. And they're off.
They both move out smartly, not wanting to lose a step to their opponent. So far, it's neck and neck. Farrell Hedig on the far right is taking the lead. Steve McPeak seems to be more cautious at this point. Hedig seems to be moving right along. Wait, he hesitates. He's moving along again. There's still a long way to go. One false step could end it here and now. There is no net. Oh, this is amazing. Hedig continues to open up that lead. McPeak seems more cautious. The first man to place his balancing pole in the cradle is the winner. And the winner of the steep wire race is Farrell Hedig. Time, 58.9 seconds. But Steve McPeak isn't giving up. Hedrick got there first, but Steve knows that if he can do it too, he'll share the new Guinness steep wire record with Hedrick at 39 degrees. And he does it! Hedrick, the champion, defeats the runner-up, but both record breakers. Officially, a dive this high should be into water 8 feet deep. You are about to see this dive into 12 1/4 inches of water.
I may not seem special to you, but when I get a cold, I get very special treatment from the Tylenol people. They make a cold medicine just for me. New Co-Tylenol liquid.
Introducing Co-Tylenol liquid with cough suppressant, the liquid cold medicine made especially for Tylenol users. Co is for your cough and cold symptoms. Tylenol is for aches and pains.
I know it works. I have a cold.
New Co-Tylenol liquid, the cold medicine made especially for Tylenol users.
It wasn't love at first sight. A tampon without an applicator? Not me. But that woman gynecologist who designed Obi sure knew something. I found out Obi is tampon protection, pure and simple. It's rolled in layers that give you more from a tampon, and it doesn't need an applicator. It's simple and super comfortable. Obi tampons by a woman gynecologist and Johnson & Johnson. Tampon protection, pure and simple.
Sunday, Salvage One returns when an iceberg on the loose threatens San Francisco. Then,
Hello, Doctor.
Hello there, Sticky.
Mork plays surgeon to save Mindy from the knife. And at a special time, 8:30, 7:30 Central and Mountain.
Well, this is not a boat accident.
It's finally coming.
It was a shark.
The most powerful movie of all time.
You're going to need a bigger boat.
Get ready for Jaws, Sunday after Mork.
On ABC. Channel 4, Pittsburgh.
I once heard of a canary that would dive from its perch into a glass of beer. Now, I thought that was unusual until I met Henry Lamont, who will dive from a high platform into an average of 12 1/4 inches of water. Now, how long have you been making this dive, Mr. Lamont?
My very first belly flop was 6 years old.
6 years old? And how old are you now, sir?
Just 75.
And the youngest looking 75 I've ever seen, I'll tell you that. Look, it seems unbelievable. A high dive like that into a foot of water. How do you do it without, hurting yourself?
I don't know what that word means.
How do you do it and still survive?
Well, I get a real big bang out of it.
We're doubly honored today because after today's dive, I understand you're planning to retire, but you certainly seem to be in great shape. In 1974, in New York, you dove 40 feet into 12 1/2 inches of water, so today's dive is into 1/4 inch less water, right?
There's a water shortage.
Mr. Lamont's lovely assistant, Yolanda, measures the water. 12 1/4 inches. And our judge has verified 12 1/4 inches. Perhaps you should start your climb now, Mr. DeMott, before evaporation makes this one even more difficult than it already is. I wish you all the luck in the world.
John Massis is putting the bit between his teeth. And he's getting ready for his attempt to prevent that helicopter from taking off. Wonder what's going through his head right now, ladies and gentlemen. There goes the helicopter getting into position. Can't believe what this man is going to attempt to accomplish, pitting himself against that helicopter. All right, the slack is going out of the cable, which is about 20 feet long. There's Massis. Look at the concentration on his face. The cable also holds a dynamometer, which will measure the tremendous tension between man and machine. Cable's going taut. Look at Massis, checking out the conditions. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The tug of war is on. It's the dynamometer. There's John Massis pulling. The cable is already over 300 pounds, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the tension. And John Massis is pulling it down. It looks like he's winning. He's pulling. He's actually pulling that helicopter down, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, no! The helicopter's pulling it back. It's fighting back. Pulling him off the ground. Massis is fighting back. It's a standoff. Pulling. Look at the tension in that neck, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, my God. He's down, ladies and gentlemen. Fortunately, we have medical help standing by. I wonder if he's... No, he's getting up. John Massis is fine, ladies and gentlemen. He's just fine. Wants to check the dynamometer. 375 pounds of pressure, ladies and gentlemen. John Massis, champion.
This man is heroic. Look at the battle he waged against that helicopter. When the cable was wrenched from his mouth, everyone in the stadium waited to see if that overwhelming 375-pound yank might have hurt John Massis. But fortunately, he was fine. And we all knew that we had seen another extraordinary feat.
I've got a friend I'd like you to meet. He's the only two-faced friend I have, but I tell you something, when he curls up next to me, he just makes me squirm. This here is the world's longest two-headed gopher snake in captivity. It is 4 feet 2 inches long. Now, apparently, many two-headed snakes are born, but unfortunately, not many of them survive. This one here is a male, and the heads are named Reginald for the left head. Anyway, Reginald and Llewellyn are going to be going home to their home in the Los Angeles Zoo, where they live content with the thought that neither of them can file for legal separation here in California, where community property can cause arguments. Reginald and Llewellyn, well, they have an unspoken agreement of mutual support. We're going to switch back over to Gavin now, who, as you know, only has one head, no corns. I don't believe I really did this.
This is Henry Lamont, age 75, scaling that high tower in preparation for his spectacular dive into little more than 1 foot of water. He's an unbelievable condition for any human being, but at his age, it's even more incredible. Yet, if he were not in such good shape, he wouldn't have a chance of surviving, since he takes the full impact of this high dive on his chest. We have to give Henry a moment to catch his breath from the long climb. He's testing the guy wires. Tension must be just right. Henry uses 2 kinds of oriental practice to attain the absolute precision needed for a chance to survive. At the top, he uses yoga. When he hits the water, it's karate. Ladies and gentlemen, I must now request your absolute silence. Henry must get his bearings. He tests the guy wires again. Everything must be perfect. This is an extremely dangerous dive. There is no trick to it. To live, Henry must hit dead center. He gets no second chance and has no rehearsals. Henry, go when ready. No, the wind is not correct. Not sure yet. It takes 1 4/10 seconds from the time Henry leaves the perch till he hits the water. That leaves very little time for corrections of body angle and attitude. As I said, Henry uses Far Eastern practices to relax every muscle of his body. His technique has taken him years to develop. Henry cautions that none of you out there should even think of attempting this treacherous event. Clearing his mind so that the only thing he can see is the shallow pool below. As I said, there is no second chance. You can almost hear his science of deep breathing. He's preparing. More concentration is needed. Complete silence out there, please, everyone. All concentrate, sending your energies to Mr. Lamont.
He did it! A great champion, Mr. Henry Lamont,
Let's watch this fantastic dive again. Every muscle is poised for precision impact. 75 years old. It's hard to believe, but Henry Lamotte just made believers of all of it. Our qualified beekeepers are preparing thousands of swarming bees for their task. They are now being taken out of their hives in large, teeming, buzzing masses. Very soon you will see much of Don Cook's face covered with the spectacular beard of bees. Suppose you were driving along a freeway and saw a helicopter with a man dangling under it, in a straitjacket. Would you think you were ODing on gas fumes? But what you might be seeing is this man, Bill Shirk, one of the world's most unusual escape artists, who will not only hang 200 feet in the air, upside down by ice skates, while strapped in a straitjacket, but will attempt to escape from that straitjacket in less than 18.83 seconds, which is the time it took him to do it last year. Hiya, Bill. Welcome to the show.
It's my brother Bob here. Gavin, my pleasure.
Nice to see you, Bob. Tell us something. Why the ice skates?
Mainly for comfort. The weight is evenly distributed on both of your feet, and while you're hanging upside down from a helicopter 200 feet in the air, you like to be as comfortable as possible to try to get a jacket off in less than 18.83 seconds, we hope.
I see. Well, this is a fantastic thing you're doing, and good luck, and happy escaping. Bill's brother, Bob, assists him in getting into the straitjacket. The pilot starts the helicopter that will carry Bill 200 feet into the air, upside down. The tension here is building. I don't know how Bill feels, but I already have butterflies in my stomach. Now that is David Bohm, the U.S. editor and publisher of the Guinness Book of World Records. Mr. Bohm is here to verify that Bill Shirk is securely strapped into that straitjacket. And if there is to be a new record set and accepted by the Guinness Book of World Records here today, then every aspect of this event must be checked out thoroughly. It is Bob's job to bind his own brother into that straitjacket. And yet he must be hoping, more than any of us, that Bill completes his escape successfully and safely. All of us are feeling the tension now. Mr. Bohm seems to have a question about that particular strap. Bob is now securing it to Mr. Bohm's satisfaction. Everything seems to be in order now, and I guess we're just about ready for liftoff. Bob is now connecting Bill's ice skates to the helicopter cable. That special hook must be in perfect working order, or, well, I hate to think about it. When Bill drops that weighted handkerchief, it will mean that he's started his escape attempt. Bill is now completely helpless and immobile. Bob must hold his brother's head off the ground. That other courageous fellow tied to the skid of the helicopter is cameraman Dave Hilmer. Dave will attempt to get us some breathtaking shots from directly above Bill. Bill Shirk is just about on his own now. Bob knows it, gives his brother a pat on the back for good luck. We'll be back when the helicopter reaches 200 feet and Bill Shirk is ready to attempt his unbelievable escape. Can he beat the dangerous odds and break his own record? You'll find out right after this.
First, you Yankee chaps took our dear old Queen Mary. Then, you had the unmitigated gall to take our London Bridge. Now you've taken our Quiet. Your 1984 LTD was tested against our Rolls-Royce for Quiet in a scrupulously fair test over identical roads at identical speeds. British fairness forces me to admit that your LTD was just as quiet as our Rolls Royce. Is there nothing left of the Empire?
Ford LTD, as quiet as a Rolls Royce.
Don't get wet.
Oh, no!
Off the rock.
Later, after we eat.
A mother makes some unpopular decisions. Take snacks. I say when, and then it's Hostess. Fresh, wholesome Hostess meets my tough standards. Twinkies cakes with cream filling, real fruit pies, chocolatey cupcakes. They're always so fresh. Who can resist Hostess?
None of us!
So when I say yes, it's Hostess.
Saturday's a special night on the Love Boat when the captain's past catches up with him.
Are you going to tell me about sex?
And she wants her daddy. Then on Fantasy Island, an old flame returns to stay.
I love you.
And the boss finally gets his fantasy to come true.
Tomorrow.
Next, the world's tallest tilt, the world's longest car, and more spectacular action.
Sunday at a special time, 8:30, 7:30 Central and Mountain, Jaws is coming.
Bill, please. Cab ready. Look, I have to catch a plane. Can I go before you? Certainly, go. I gotta get to the airport.
If rushing to the airport makes you nervous, you're gonna like TWA's round-trip check-in.
You're gonna like us.
We give you 2 boarding passes on your flight out, so when you return, you're already checked in. Round-trip check-in, another way we're making flying easier.
You're gonna like us. TWA.
From Channel 4, this is an Action News Brief.
Good evening. The week-long strike at the Civic Arena is now over officially tonight. Union members voting to accept a new 3-year contract. The state has won a court injunction ordering Wildcat strikers at Mayview State Hospital back to work. That hospital has some 1,400 patients. A big court victory for Penn Hills High School today. Judge Nicholas Papadakis ruled that the football team will not have to forfeit its first 3 games because one player was ineligible. The PIAA says it will appeal that decision. In London, Mick and Biaga Janker divorced today after 7 years of marriage and 1 child. Details at 11 on Action News.
Bill Shirk is now ready for his attempt to escape from a straitjacket while hanging upside down from a helicopter 200 feet in the air. His existing record is 18.83 seconds. Can he do it? We'll soon know, but he drops that black handkerchief to signal his start. There he goes. He's oh! God, one of his ice skates came off. And there's no net down below. This is one of the most exciting things. He's hanging on. He's still fighting, he's pulling, he's squirming. Look at that man! But he did it! He did it! 14 and 2/5 seconds! He broke his own mark! A new Guinness record! Oh, and look how relaxed he is! Fixing his shirt, his necktie! I can't wait to tell him. Oh, this is fantastic! This part of the operation is almost as dangerous. The pilot must lower him ever so gently so Bill can go into a handstand while his brother releases his skate from the cable. A sudden drop, a gust of wind, and Bill could really get hurt. His brother goes in to free him now. And as soon as that helicopter's out of range, we'll go in and talk to this remarkable, I said it, remarkable young man. You know, it was 14 and 2/5 seconds. I swear I was praying for you up there when that skate came loose. It's a new world's record. Look at this. There's a new... How do you feel?
Feel great. The reason the skate came off was because that's a new method. I kick one of the skates off and I can use my foot to help.
Oh, well, I thought it just came out accidentally, and I said, oh, I started to do a novena for you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You feel better than I do about this. This is like a new world record.
Watch Bill as he fights the clock, straitjacket, and gravity. Then, when his skate came off, it was both a help and a hindrance. He could work with his foot, but now the entire weight of his body was on one leg. It's an impossible task, even sitting in a quiet room, let alone hanging upside down from a helicopter. But this young man is as cool as they come.
This man has a honey of an idea. He creates a beard of bees on his face. Please meet with me, Don Cook, a man with a beard of bees. Don, what can we learn by what you're going to show us here?
We do this to show that we can handle bees. The bees aren't just out to sting us, that bees can be manipulated by man to his advantage. Bees not only produce honey, but they do a tremendous pollinating job for us.
I'd like to introduce Mr. Fred Hesper. Fred is a qualified beekeeper, and he's going to be keeping track of the length and the number of bees in the beard. Is that correct, Fred? All right. You ready?
Queen's in a little cage which he will attach under my chin. She gives off a pheromone which is attractive to the other bee. He will place this under my chin. The bees will collect around it. And there may be several thousand bees on my chin. Fred's a qualified beekeeper, and he will be sculpturing the beard. He's placing the queen under my chin now. Hopefully, I won't get any bees in my mouth, so I'd better close my mouth, or I might have a colony of bees there. So I'm going to be limited in what I can say from here on.
Don, we're interested in the beard of bees, not the tongue of bees. Good luck. Bye.
One of the most exciting things you'll discover about this show is that we specialize in the spectacular. For example, the current world record for most assembled tap dancers was set in England in 1977 when the BBC choreographed 500 tap dancers. Well, top this, BBC, because right here, right now, we're about to set a new Guinness record with 550 tap dancers. Hit it! Look at this! I've never seen anything like it in my life. It's overwhelming. The lead dancer and choreographer is Brenda Colazes, who organized all this. Men, women, and children of all ages. Tap dancers all having the time of their lives. Look at these faces. Aren't they fantastic? They range in age all the way from 4 up to 85. Look at these twinkling toes. They belong to Rebecca Heiser, the youngest member of the ensemble. 4 years old and already a veteran. The logistics of this record-breaking event rival the military maneuver. For weeks, these dancers have been practicing in small groups all over Southern California. We'll have more tap dancing in a moment. But now, here's Richard.
Would you believe I've been waiting here for 2 minutes for Lonnie O'Grady? Lonnie! Lonnie O'Grady! Holy cow. It's like a car. Comes with its own oil well.
Hi, big fella. Well, you want a lift?
She always calls me big fella.
Richard, what do you think?
Well, I think a golf cart would have been just fine.
Oh, no, Richard, not here in Guinness World. Here we use the world's longest car, 29 feet, 6 inches.
I hear it gets 5 miles to the gallon, seats 13 people comfortably. That's me and 12 girls.
11, remember me?
Oh, 11, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Joel. Hey, Joel, how you doing? Joel, how much did this car cost so far?
About $100,000, and the work's still going on.
$100,000? Oh, that's,
You're better at it.
That's $3,300 a foot.
$300 a foot. I'll take a foot. That'll give me the world's jazziest compact car.
I'll give you a foot.
You will?
I certainly will.
Were you excited?
Oh, I was so excited. Joel, hey!
We're still tapping our way into the Guinness Book of World Records. Rehearsing this number was something like preparing for the invasion of Normandy. Peggy Jean Evans, 85. You can feel their spirit, their sense of joy all over the entire stadium. I tell you, it's thrilling. They're all having a ball because each and every one of them is an important part of a new Guinness record for the greatest assemblage of tap dancers ever.
The bees are forming a beard on Don Cook's face. Beekeeper Fred Hesper is sculpting the beard of bees on a pallet, which will then be removed.
Yes, I will. I will, you have to give me time. Very, very slowly. You see the bees have to...
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Don Cook and his beard of bees. 17,500 bees measuring 17 inches in length from the sideburns. That's a new Guinness World Record.
After 5 hours, Rick Wells has kissed more than 2,700 girls, according to our Guinness judge, who's been with him every kiss of the way. The 8-hour record is 3,567. We'll see if Rick can keep a stiff upper lip and a lower one, too. In a few minutes, you'll see two champion strongmen in a very different kind of race. And you'll witness a walk on the world's tallest stilts.
Which headache remedy should you use? Look, with 2 tablets of these, 650 milligrams. These other pain relievers also 650 milligrams. 650 milligrams. But this one is different. 800 milligrams. This is Anacin. More pain reliever and a special combination of medical ingredients. That's the Anacin difference. Which pain reliever should you use? Get the relief of Anacin. Get the Anacin difference.
Barbara, you up? Barbara, you up?
I'm up now.
I don't think I can sleep with this cold. My throat's kind of sore.
All right, I'll get the aspirin and Sucrets.
Aspirin and Sucrets?
Aspirin for your other cold symptoms and for minor sore throat pain. Lots of doctors recommend Sucrets with a medicine for fast temporary relief. I'm glad one of us can sleep.
Aspirin and Sucrets, a sensible way to fight winter.
Saturday, doubleheader action. First headlining regional games. An exciting Eastern contest as Syracuse battles highly ranked Pittsburgh. Undefeated and third-ranked Ohio State tackles Illinois. SMU goes against Texas A&M. The Cinderella team of 79, Wake Forest battles Clemson. And Yale takes on Cornell for Ivy honors. Then at 4 Eastern, Arizona State, fighting to keep its Rose Bowl hopes alive, battles Stanford. Central Michigan takes on Toledo. And Temple against Hawaii. Check local listings for all the excitement. Saturday on ABC.
You're about to see 28 highly devoted members of a sect known as Presbyterians. Now, they believe that you never really die. The soul just gets stuck up on the roof someplace. Well, they have all assembled here to try and break a Frisbee record for an event called the Maxi-Op. Maxi-Op is short for Maximum Cooperation. All participating players must combine their skills to keep the Frisbee rotating as each one applies his or her freestyle specialty to it. Now, the Frisbee must never stop spinning. These 28 players will try to break the existing record of 26 players. So if they're ready to throw caution in the wind, along with a regulation Frisbee disc, let's go for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Brian's crushing the disc, going Z's, or hyperspin. That's toe tipping for control.
13, 14, 15.
Sammy's doing a two-handed brush. That's a toenail spin. Only a few people in the world can do that.
16, 17.
John's doing a brush into leg exchange. Now full spin to delay recovery under the leg.
18. 19. 20.
20. 21. 22.
All right, 23. 24, 25, 26. They've tied the record. 27. They've broken it. How can they better their own mark? Oh. Too bad. But it's a new record at 27.
I'm standing with the 1977 Mr. Southern California, Rick Drayson, and Mr. Olympia, Franco Colombo. Pretty good. Now, one of these two supermen will set a new time record for hot water bottle bursting. The first man to burst his bottle is the winner. Gentlemen, are you ready?
Ready.
Ready? Ready. Okay, then, at the sound of the shot, you may begin, and may the best lungs win. Franco and Rick are utilizing regulation British super sealed hot water bottles that we have flown in especially for this event. I haven't heard such heavy breathing since Robert Redford met Barbara Streisand. And these are the same water bottles that politicians practice on before they make speeches. And look at that thing go up. Look at it. Look at it. It's going to break. Hold on. Somebody's going to break it. It looks like Mr. Olympia is in the lead. Mr. Olympia is bowing. It's getting... Mr. Drayson, a little more power, sir, a little more power. If this thing breaks, I could grow hair. It's about, we're getting there, folks. Hang on, no commercial interruption during this event. Mr. Colombo. Oh! What is the time, sir? We have a new winner and a new record. 55 seconds. Congratulations, Franco. You were ahead all the way. Attaboy, Rick. Franco, isn't it frustrating after working... My Lord, it's like the back porch I'm holding on to here. Isn't it frustrating after working so hard to have something blown up in your face?
Of course, that's frustrating, but sometimes it's worth it.
Yeah.
Especially if I have a flat in my car.
Flat in your car. You're going to get a lot of money for this, you know that?
Yes?
Oh, that's because you won. Listen, you just take a deep breathe and tell us how you feel right now. I think we're engaged, huh? That hot water bottle was exerting the same amount of reverse air pressure as an automobile tire. But Franco was blowing up a storm of his own. That man's a powerhouse.
Hi, I'm sitting here talking with Steve McPeak. How are you, Steve? Thank you. Very good. It might seem to you that we're both having just a casual conversation, but the fact is we're both about 25 feet in the air, and I don't know about you, but I'm getting out of here. See you later, Steve. Okay. Steve is attempting a Guinness record for the world's tallest stilts. Those stilts are 24 feet, 1 inch tall. McPeak is now into his 40-foot walk. Those first few steps probably feel like the 8th day of a 7-day bike race. The stilts weigh 25 pounds each, and they're made of tin filled with styrofoam. This combination was arrived at after much experimentation. Feet are actually platforms 3 feet long, not exactly the ideal equipment for a good brisk walk. There it is, ladies and gentlemen, Steve McPeak in a walk on the world's tallest stilts.
Standing next to Rick's mother. He's over there. I'm at the end. And he's done it in only 6.5 hours. Rick, go for it.
6 to go, 5 to go. 4 down. 3, 2, 1 for the mother. I know what's coming.
Thank you. Congratulations. You look pretty happy. Look at that. Woo! You have tears in your eyes.
You're about to see the world's first underwater musical duet right after this.
This
terrific-looking guy has something to tell you about energizing pantyhose.
Energizing pantyhose are a mystery to me, but these...
No-nonsense super sheer comfort stride to massage and refresh tired legs.
I don't know how that massage stuff works. I just know that these are sheer and beautiful and sexy.
That's it. We bet you haven't seen a sheer energizer anywhere.
And they're beautiful.
You're not so bad yourself. No-nonsense super sheer comfort stride. Suddenly energy looks beautiful. Now in sheer to waist.
Every single time it's
terrific.
Every single time it's
super.
Every single time it's fantastic. 'Cause every single time it's
Kraft.
Kraft American Singles. How often do you count on their mellow flavor and goodness? Every single time.
That's why every single time America spells cheese, it's K-R-A-F-T.
Hi, I'm Gavin McLeod. You know, the American television system is quite unique in the world. It offers so much entertainment and information. Things to laugh at, to cry about, to think over. There truly is something for each of us. But of course, not everything is appropriate for everyone, especially the children. They need your help in selecting the right programs. Won't you give them that guidance? Take a look at all the shows available to you and your family and help your children make the best choices. And watch what happens together. Television always strives to broaden our cultural awareness. Thus, it gives me great pride to introduce our next guests, two eminent musicians. From Stanford University, Mark Gottlieb, and from the Cleveland Institute of Music, his sister, Karen Gottlieb. Hello, Karen. Nice to have you here. Mark, hi. The recital piece they have selected is the legendary Johann Strauss composition, The Blue Danube, inspired by the Danube River in Austria. Now, Mark, which instruments have you selected to use at this performance?
Yeah, the instrument that I'll be playing is called the aquilin.
And I will be playing the hydro organ.
Well, I wish you both a lot of good luck.
Thank you.
It's magnificent, and would you like to prepare for your performance now?
Sure.
Mark and Karen are method musicians. A second cousin to the method actor, a method musician feels he must totally immerse himself in the composition he is performing. That is why the Gottliebs will be performing in this 2,300-gallon water tank. In 1975, Mark Gottlieb created a Guinness World Record as the first underwater soloist. Today, he and his sister Karen will receive the honor of first underwater duet. Whoops, we'll be back in a moment for the concert. Now, let's go to Lonnie.
To some of us, nothing tastes better at an outdoor event than a good old-fashioned hot dog. But this is not just any event, so you won't be seeing any ordinary hot dogs. You ready, folks? Get a load of this. The world's longest hot dog. I'm not sure whether I want to eat it or maybe I should carve it into the world's first edible canoe. This Hebrew national masterpiece is 21 feet, 8 inches long, and it weighs 130 pounds. I was thinking of putting a little mustard on it because they couldn't afford sauerkraut in the budget. You know how things are these days. And with the length of this thing, I don't blame them. Couldn't buy a cabbage farm. Anyway, look at the size of this. If I'm ever going to get this done, I'd better work faster. This is only a 1-hour show.
I believe the concert is about to begin. They're tuning up now. So, music lovers, it is with deep pride that we present for the first time ever in public a high watermark in musical history, Karen and Mark Gottlieb. Donnie and Marie, eat your hearts out. Because they're such fine musicians, Karen and Mark have had offers from various schools, of dolphins, that is. Listen to the feeling in this piece. Nothing shallow about these two. Oh, piano. Can you imagine trying this with a clarinet and a tuba? I understand when the Gottliebs practice their scales, they do it with a school of mackerel. Sorry about that. We'll be back for more of this musical masterpiece.
Greatest number of the televised event is at... Whoa, Richard, come here. Richard.
Oh, Lonnie.
Yeah, Rich. What is that?
Oh, I was just making a delivery. One of the guys in the crew just became a father, and
Since this is the Guinness Spectacular, they couldn't just give away ordinary cigars, could he?
No, of course not. Okay, I get it. This is the world's, it has to be, largest cigar. Am I right?
You got it. Would you believe this cigar is 6 foot 3 inches tall? Almost as tall as I am. Weighs 26 pounds.
You don't.
And it's made by the King Edward Cigar Company. It also has the world's largest cigar band. 326 times the size of a normal cigar.
Wouldn't fit my waist, sir. I think it's a bit big.
Well, I'll see you later.
That's great. Rich, now all we have to do is find the world's largest ashtray. Some people say it's the LA Coliseum.
Do you believe this? Karen and Mark Gottlieb are still snorkeling along as the world's first underwater duet. Their skin is wrinkling, but their music ripples on. Oh, Anna. Due to the water pressure, Karen and Mark are wearing earplugs. For other reasons, so are the rest of us. In Karen's apartment, she has a water bed. That's where she practices. Not on it, in it. I hope Mark's tuxedo is wash and wear. It's rented. Maybe they can sell it to Hervé Villachez. Karen is wearing a sea green evening gown with matching gold weights. Next month, the Gottliebs will attempt to swim upstream with a school of Alaska salmon while playing Up a Lazy River. Ah, Anchorage. There you have it, music lovers, the world's first underwater duet. They are the only musical duet who prefer dry towels to applause at the conclusion of each performance. Bravo, bravissimo!
You know, Richard, we've seen some tremendous things here today. It's unbelievable, Gavin. The human spirit is an incredible thing.
Yes.
The stadium will never be the same. No, I won't.
Let's see some of the unbelievable records set today.
And what a day it's been. Will we ever forget those 550 tap dances? For me, it was one of the great thrills. And that frisbee moving non-stop through 27 consecutive players. It was heartbreaking when they missed 28, but I'm sure they'll get it the next time. And when Bill Shirk broke his own escape record, he was out of the straitjacket in 14 2/5 seconds, but my heart is still in my mouth. And waterlogged Karen and Mark Gottlieb in the world's first underwater duet. This record made me hungry. The world's longest hot dog, 21 feet 8 inches. And talk about sinking your teeth into a challenge. John Massese battling a helicopter with 375 pounds of tension. And Don Cook's beard of bees, 17,500 bees, 17 inches long. You count them. The world's longest car, 29 feet 6 inches. Keep away from circular driveways. Two courageous young men I'm proud to know, Ferrell Heddig and Steve McPeak. Steep wire record setters at 39 degrees. Oh, I'll never again look at a hot water bottle quite the same way. Franco Colombo blew one to smithereens in a record and bottle breaking 55 seconds. The world's longest two-headed gopher snake in captivity. For holding it, Lonnie, you should go into the book. And my complete admiration and respect for Henry Lamoth. A high dive into an average of 12 1/4 inches of water. And at a mere 75 years young. One of the most remarkable walks I've ever seen. Steve McPeak on the world's tallest stilts, 24 feet 1 inch. Rick Wells kissed 3,631 girls in 7 hours and 25 minutes, and then took the world's longest cold shower. And I think we all knew the meaning of spectacular when we saw Bob Carell in his amazing kite cycle fly 269 feet. Breakers and champions.
That's a whole lot
human achievement.
Yes. And you can bet that these same people and others are already planning to break those records.
Can't wait. Wait a minute. We've got one more record breaker. The world's smallest TV set by Sinclair Radionics. And since it's the world's smallest TV set, how about more of the world's biggest TV show?
How many cold tablets do you take a day? 2?
More.
4?
More.
6?
Yes, 6.
A day? And then more at night? Why?
They're new?
Ever try Contact?
No.
Watch. One Contact helps relieve your congestion for up to 12 hours without the aspirin substitute and cough suppressant in these. Just one more Contact helps you all night while you sleep.
You're the guys on TV.
Give your cold to Contact.
Sunday, at a special time, 8:30, 7:30 Central and Mountain.
Well, this is not a boat accident.
It's finally come.
There wasn't any propeller.
For the first time on television.
And it wasn't Jack the Ripper.
Richard Dreyfuss.
It was a shark.
Roy Scheider.
You're going to need a bigger boat.
And Robert Shaw in the most powerful movie of all time.
This shark, swallow you whole.
Sunday, get ready for Jaws.
Sunday.
Accommodations furnished by the Hotel of the Stars at Universal City, the Sheraton Universal Hotel.
Jaws, the movie that terrified audiences across the country and broke all box office records, now comes to television as an ABC Sunday night movie special. Watch the television premiere of Jaws, Sunday at 8:30, here on Channel 4.
Saturday, the Ropers move in with the neighbors, and Jeffrey's love life goes down in smoke.
You mean you don't want?
Maybe never again. Then the detective school sets the bait for a killer stalking a panty fashion show.
Check it out!
On Detective School.
Tomorrow.
2 workers have been killed at the Irvin Works of U.S. Steel in West Mifflin.
That 6-day-old strike at the Civic Arena is over.
In high school football, Mount Lebanon clinches the Western Conference.
And the weekend looks sunny and cool.
Action News coming up next on Channel 4.
A lot, and I always stay at LK Penny Pincher Inns and Motels. I don't want to pay for fancy game rooms or lounges, but I do want all the comforts of home, and I get them at LK. And with my very special guest card, I get a 10% discount. LK Penny Pincher Inns and Motels have everything I need, alone or with my family, except a high price. Nice.
For your VSG card, write LK Motels, Marion, Ohio, 43302, or call toll-free. LK. Your money's worth and more every time.
Okay, America, show us your winter off.
Winter off? Winter off? Winter off? Eek!
Yes, winteralls. Cozy pantyhose and panties all in one to keep you feeling warm when you're outside and looking smooth when you're in.
Winteralls are only visible at department and other warm stores.
Let's try this again. Okay, America, show us your
Winteralls!
My winteralls.
Meet the family of high-mileage 1980 Mercuries, Zephyr, Bobcat, Capri.
Come on in. Ease on down the road.
Ease on down with the high-mileage ratings of Mercury Bobcat, one of America's lowest sticker prices. Zephyr, great mileage ratings with a lot of room for the money. Or Capri, mileage with a sexy European look.
Ease on down the road.
Meet the high-mileage Mercuries at the Sign of the Cat.
Channel 4, Pittsburgh.
From Channel 4,
the tri-state area's leading news station. This is Action News.
Good evening. 2 men were killed tonight at the Irvin Works of U.S. Steel in West Mifflin. 24-year-old Michael Mamula of Wallace Drive in Pittsburgh and 49-year-old Samuel Keckman of Taft Street in West Mifflin were killed instantly when they were struck by several slabs that apparently toppled from a stack at the slab unloading area in the hot strip mill department. The men were working as hookers, as they're called, in the 80-inch hot strip slab yard at the time. Officials are continuing an investigation as to the cause of the accident. Well, the Civic Arena strike is over. 300 workers voted overwhelmingly tonight to accept a new 3-year contract. The workers have been off the job since Saturday, forcing the cancellation of a hockey game and a rock concert. All those troubles have ended now, and the hockey game and the van show will take place tomorrow as scheduled. The Penguins estimate that they have lost $300,000 during the strike. Pickets went up at Mayview Hospital today. It was by 50 employees who helped provide nursing care. Both union and management are calling it an illegal walkout because there are still 18 months left on the contract. The walkout stemmed from what workers call a short-handed staff. They were promised 50 additional helpers who never arrived. The state got a court injunction against the walkout, but it looks doubtful that the strikers will obey.
My personal opinion is they will not. We asked them to go back this morning. They did not.
Do you mean that if there's a threat of arrest, that the people would rather be arrested than go back?
They feel that the situation is that desperate at this time, and from what I've heard from the people, there's just no way they're going back.
What kinds of things have you tried to do to convince them to go back?
What more can you do than just plead with them? We pleaded. We asked for more time to negotiate. They said we've had enough time.
Hospital officials say the walkout has not had an effect on patient care.
A surprise ruling today from Common Pleas Court Judge Nicholas Papadakis in the Penn Hills school case. He said the PIAA was too harsh when it ordered the Penn Hills football team to forfeit 3 games because it used an ineligible player. Stu Emery has details.
A group of Penn Hills parents had brought the suit before Judge Nicholas Papadakis because they felt the ruling by the PIAA was too harsh. It was Penn Hills school officials themselves who had found the administrative error that had allowed the player to remain eligible. Judge Papadakis, in his strongly worded decision, agreed, noting that young people should not suffer for the errors of their elders.
The real issues in this case goes to the rights of the minor students, which have been trampled by the negligence of the school administrators and the unconcern of the PIAA officials and its Board of Control. In its haste to do the honest thing and report an indiscretion, the school administration overlooked the rights of the students and the consequential irreparable harm to the students participating in interscholastic sports. The manner in which the PIAA imposed its penalty of forfeiture is clearly capricious and arbitrary and denies due process to the minor plaintiffs and their fellow students.
After the decision, the hallway outside of the courtroom was wall-to-wall smiles. Parents, school officials, players, and coaches, all needless to say, elated.
I'm just so happy that a lot of kids who are really innocent kids are going to have an opportunity, and especially our seniors, to fulfill perhaps an ambition. And I think that's most important.
The other part of the decision decrees that Penn Hills will not share in any of the gate receipts from postseason playoff games. However, the team has its 8-0 record back, make that 9-0 counting today's court victory. And now, as one of the players put it, we've got the ball back again and we'd better not drop it. Stu Emery, Channel 4 Action News.
Penn Hills actually had 2 victories today, one in the courtroom this morning and the other on the football field tonight. Deborah Fox reports that the fans love them both.
Just hours after the judge's decision, the Penn Hills football team was up and running and playing in Connellsville tonight. And as you can well imagine, there were differing opinions about the judge's decision. Connellsville fans thought one thing and Penn Hills fans thought another.
Whatever the rule is, they should go by. And if they want to clarify it later on in other years, that'd be different. But if they have a rule, I think they should live by it.
You feel the decision was wrong then?
I feel it was wrong, yes.
Well, they worked hard for everything that they've got. I think they deserve this chance to go and prove that they are number one?
I feel it's a good decision. I feel, why should you sacrifice 70 boys and have, on a forfeit all games because of one boy and have 70 not play?
Well, whether you agree or not with the judge's decision, Penn Hills took that decision and that victory and translated it into another victory by beating Connellsville tonight. And reporting from Connellsville, Deborah Fox, Channel 4 Action News.
Presenting 30 seconds of all the things you can enjoy that are really free. And for all the other things in life, Mellon Bank gives you really free personal checking.